तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। श्रीचिद्घनगणेशाय नमो मह्यं सुखं नित्यं सप्रकाशं व्यापकं नामरूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्धिबोध्यं बुद्धेर्द्रक्यत्व निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्तवेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहन्नमत्तोऽन्यत् इति मे निश्चिता मतिः। To reach the main topic of the Prathamataranga, which is Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti, in which Adhikaritvam, Anubandha Chatushtayam is being looked at. So Anubandha Chatushtaya, we saw Sadhana Chatushtayam has in the Adhikari. Anubandha Chatushtaya is Vishaya, Prayojana, Adhikari and Sambandha. In the Adhikaritvam is decided by Sadhana Chatushtayam. Sadhana Chatushtayam is Nityanitya Vastu Viveka, Ihamutra Phala, Bhoga Viragaha, Shamadamadi, Shatka Sampat, Mokshutvam Cheti. Then Nityanitya Vastu Viveka, the first element, is being described here. What is it? Chinmatra Atma Nityaha. Nithe Satya. Trikala Badita Sat. Nasha Pratiyogi. Nasha Apratiyogi. Sorry. So Chinmatra. Chideva Chinmatra. Atma is Chinmatra. Just consciousness without, see, when you say it as consciousness, Satyam is included because you cannot have non-existent consciousness. If you did, how would you know? So Sat is anyway included. And this Chinmatra, by saying that it is mere consciousness, there is no pramana for another consciousness. So this consciousness being one is also Ananta. So when you say Chinmatra, Satchidananda or Ananda, we have seen that Anantyam eva Ananda. If you have Anantyam, then alone there can be Ananda. So Ananda is also known by saying Chinmatra alone. All three Lakshanas are included there. In any case, Chinmatra Atma Nityaha, Nasha Apratiyogi, not subject to Nasha, Trikala Badita Sat, always going to be there, was ever there, Anadi, Ananta Tattva. Is this Atma, Chinmatra? Further, it is Kriya Shunyaha. All the Kriyas are to the body. Guna Guneshu Vartante, says Bhagavan Gitacharya. So Kriya Shunyaha. Tad Vilakshana is Atma Vilakshana. Anatma. Tad Vilakshano Anatma tu Drishya Prapanchaha Nasha Pratiyogi Anityaha, meaning Asatyaha. And what is Anatma? Anatma is Tad Vilakshana. Anything that is not Atma, anything that is not me really, I, that is all Anatma, including all the koshas, all the shariras, everything in the prapancha. Here it says Natu Drishyaha. Tad Vilakshana Anatma tu Drishyaha. Drishya was not mentioned here. Adrishya was not mentioned here. But Atma is ever aparoksha, ever known, but known with something else, known with the kosha, with the kosha sambandha, generally. Thereby, Atma cannot be said to be adrishya, Atma cannot to be said to be drishya also. For darshana, Atma darshana, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana is the process to be followed. But it is ever pratyaksha also. So how do we know that it is pratyaksha? Because I know that I exist, and Atma Mukhyartha is Pratyagatma, which is me. So Prapancha is Nasha Pratiyogi, subject to Nasha, and it is Drishya. So in Drigdrishya Viveka it is taught that whatever is seen is not me. What is not seen is the seer. The seer cannot be seen. The hearer cannot be heard. The taster cannot be tasted. It is the alupta drik. Always a seer. Always a seer, never a seen. Always a drik, never a drishya. But it is said prapancha. Why do we bring in sharira? Sharira is really part of the prapancha. Every jiva carves out one part of the prapancha and connects with that as oneself. Anakha paryantebhyaha. Up to the tip of the nails is everyone's ownership of a part of prapancha. This is me. This is mine, and then this is me. That is the prapancha, drishya prapancha. So whatever is seen is not me. The sharira is also seen. That is also not me. That is prapancha. It is not me. It is anatma, and actually the sharira is prapancha. People miss it that everything other than this me that extends to the sharira is prapancha. No, what is created is all prapancha. Karya. Thereby the sharira being created, put together for the purpose of the jiva's bhoga as per the karma which is due, karma phala which is due. Therefore it is prapancha. And that is the one which is subject to nasha, which has shadvikaras and dies one day. But I do not die, Atma does not die. Thereby this anitya, asatya, mithya, asatya, mithya ityartha. And kriya sahitascha iti. Kriya sahitascha iti vivechanam eva viveka. So what is viveka? Nitya nitya vastu viveka. Nitya is this Atma which is chinmatra, and everything other than that is anitya. The Atma does not have any kriya, does not have nasha, but anatma is always subject to nasha and also along with kriya. This viveka, vivechanam, this discrimination is called as vivekaha. I just wanted to cover a part of Tika and Mark. Just give me one moment. Yeah, here in the Vikshepa, you have seen Mala is, earlier this Mala we had seen, Mala is what? Malam, Nama, Papam. Mala was said to be Papa. Vikshepa, there are multiple options given, the Chitta Chanchalyam, Sharira Vang Manobihi, Pushkalena Dhanena, etc. But Athava, more interested to look at this. Aharnisham Vedanta Shravana Eva. Shravanam. So here, what is said is, how do you take away this Vikshepa? It was mentioned that Upasana was mentioned there. So various ways are given, how they go about, as in how the Vikshepa can be countered. So Ishvara Namocharanam is one which is mentioned. Tena Tannivruttaye. Tannivruttaye is Vikshepa Nivruttaye, Ishvara Namocharanam. Ajapa Mantra Vritti. Continuously chanting something, taking Ishvara Nama or Ajapa, meaning Japa without a count. Continuously, whenever you get time, you do that, and then it becomes automatic. Ishvara Murti Dhyanam, Nirguna Brahma Anusandhanam. These are all, and many upayas are there, Anushtheyaha. Athava Shri Sadguru Upasanam Kuriyat. So, Sadguru Upasana is also a way out to take away Vikshepa. Athava Aharnisham. Now, this is important for Vedantis. Aharnisham Vedanta Shravanam Eva Atyantam Adarena Tivratara Pravrittihi api upayantaram eva. So punah punah shravanam with adara to the sampradaya, Shruti and Sampradaya, if it is done completely committed to. So if Shravana is done with a complete commitment to Shruti, then this Shrotavya, Mantavya, Nididhyasitavya, Vedanta, Vijnana, Sunishitartha, these are all pramana to land in this Vikshepa Nasha. Vedante Paramam Guhyam Parakalpe Prachoditam Dine Dine Cha Vedanta Shravanat Asukter Amrute Kalam Nayed Vedanta Chinta Ityadaya. There are so many Shrutis and Smritis which say that this is all that is needed to actually get moksha or as a sadhana for jnana. Get moksha in the sense, we all know that Shravana Manana Nididhyasana is the means to moksha, to Atma Darshana, which is moksha. Atmayatha Atma Darshana. And throughout every day, Dine Dine, also Asukte Amrute, till you fall asleep and till the body doesn't drop off, Kalam Nayet. One should carry the time, not kill time, carry the time, use the time for the purpose that we are born. Vedanta Chintaya, through Vedanta Chinta, through this what is proven, established with the Athava, Etaccha Vedanta Shravanam Swatantriyanaiva Karmopasanadikam Anapekshya Chitta Shuddhyaikagriyadi Janayet. So this itself can generate Chitta Shuddhi. Now this is for whom? This is for someone who has Sadhana Chatushta Sampatti in a decent measure. Otherwise, Shravana itself does not take place. For a person where Shravana is not taking place properly, the mind is wandering, this may not work. Although this is said, this is the only thing which is needed once you come to Jnana, it is only for those who are understanding what is being taught. For those who do not have, they have doubts as to what is being said, what is being taught, they should follow the earlier options of countering Vikshepa, which is Varnashrama Dharma and also Upasana. Vikshepa, Mala also, because Vikshepa is only because Mala continues to exist, Papa. That can be countered only by Karma and Upasana. That is the main means really. But Shravana, if somebody lands on Shravana and thereby, somehow has some understanding, vague understanding, that won't help. It has to be at least you should be clear at the Shravana stage as to what is being taught. Otherwise, this Punah Shravana may not work. A person may most likely fall asleep. So that is the Vikshepa. I just wanted to cover that. So Nitya Vastu Viveka. And what is this Viveka? This is one of the four. The other three are possible only when Viveka is there. Others are possible, but they won't be conducive for Jnanotpatti unless they are driven by Viveka, born out of Viveka. So Uttaresham Trayanam api sadhananam ayam hetuhu. Ayam Vivekaha hetu bhavati. For the other three also, Vairagya should be driven by Viveka. Shat Sampatti also should be acquired due to Viveka only, not just for the, mind control. Not mind control, it is for the sake of moksha. So driven by Viveka, with the understanding that Atma alone is real, Anatma is mithya. Further, the mumukshutvam will be tivra only when all of these are driven by Viveka. Etat sthiti adhinotpattikatvad vairagyadinam trayanam. Why so? Because etat sthiti, etat is Viveka, this Viveka sthiti adhinotpattikatvad. Only when these vairagya and all will stay only when it is dependent or driven by Viveka. Otherwise, they won't stay also. They won't rise, but even if they rise, here it is said Utpatti itself will not take place, but there is some Utpatti of Viveka, Vairagya, which is called as Smashana Vairagya. Somebody dies in the family or some close circles. there is vairagya, but that does not stay. अतो निमित्ता भावे नैमित्तिका भावाद अवश्यम एव आदौ विवेक संपादनीयः. Therefore, this nimitta being viveka and naimittika being the other three, avashyameva adau viveka sampadaniya. Therefore, one should always analyze while doing anything, trying to acquire anything, any indulgence, if one inquires into it, whether it is atma or anatma, then that viveka itself will drive the others. What is vairagya? Vairagyam dosha drishtya abrahmalokaad विपरिवर्तमानेषु भोगेषु अनादर रूपा उपेक्षा एव वैराग्यम इत्युच्यते ब्रह्म पारगैः. So those who have attained Brahma, so Brahma param gachanti iti Brahma paragaha taihi Brahma paragaihi. Everything is Brahma, but this prapancha is one end of Brahma which is projected, Nama Rupatmaka. The other end is the Astibhati Priya or the Satchidananda Tattva. If you just have to think of some ends, hypothetically. So it is talked about like a shore. On one side you have this Nama Rupatmaka Prapancha, where Brahma is the underlying basis. And the other side, other shore is like the Satchidananda Brahma. Those who have attained that, those are Brahma Paragaha. And Taihi Uchyate, Vairagyam Ityuchyate. What is called as Vairagyam by them? Dosha Drishtya Abrahma Lokad Viparivartamaneshu Bhogeshu Anadara Rupa Upeksha. So some kind of actually, many people say it's not a healthy attitude to have disgust towards the world. But then it has to start somewhere. And a person who is completely attached to the prapancha, he has to land at least in the middle first. Therefore, this upeksha is taught. This upeksha for what? Another rupa. That is another rupa upeksha, not something which is seeing as something to be discarded, because if you don't have adara towards it, why would you pursue it? Towards all experiences, right from this Brahmaloka to the Abrahmaloka, so up to Brahmaloka, we can say right from where you are or anything that you want to be to the end, other end is the highest that one can become through upasana or attain is Brahmatva or Hiranya Garvatva. So Abrahmalokad which are all Viparivartamana. There are Vishesha or Vividha. There are changes, Vividha Parivartamaneshu, Bhogeshu. All these are experienced with a variety up to Brahmaloka. They are all created. Yadyat Kritakam Tadanityam. This is the Nyaya. Whatever is Karya will always have Nasha. It will not stay. So it is Anitya. And having another Rupa Upeksha towards it is called as Vairagya. Shamadhi Shatkam. What is Shamadhi Shatkam? Shamadhi Shatkan Nama Shamadama Shraddha Samadhana Uparati Titikshaha. Shamo Nama Prachina Vishaya Vasana Tyaga Purvakam Vishebhyo Manasa Pratinivartanam. So turning the mind around from the objects by what? Preceded by Tyaga. You want to give it up. You turn away your mind because you want to give it up. Prachina Vishaya Vasana. There is always a Vasana for that. That is the reason such Vishaya has come in your it is Indriya Gochara. It is Indriya Gochara or Mana Gochara only because there is Bhoga due. Otherwise, you will not even be in the vicinity. Because we craved for it in the earlier Janmas, therefore it is due in Prarabdha, and that is the reason I have come in association with anyone or anything. Now, this like for it We'll take only raga for it. It is upalakshana, raga, dvesha, everything is included there. But the raga for a particular vishaya in the form of a person or a thing has driven us in this janma to associate with that thing. Because this raga is manifest form of the vasana that we have accumulated. In the Purva Janma, every experience has led to some impression on the mind, which is called as vasana, and its manifest form is raga, dvesha, ityadi. That is the prachina Vishaya Vasana. Tyaga Purvakam. Not wanting that to fructify completely. I do not want to get trapped again. I do not want fresh vasanas to be generated. So through Viveka, I get to Shama also. Vishayabhyo Manasa Pratinivartanam. Further, what is Dama? Damo Nama Tadvat Vishayabhyo Baihendriyana Pratinivartanam. Similarly, just like I turn around my mind, I should also turn around my Baihendriya. Now, which precedes which is very subjective also. They both build upon each other. Whether you get a thought first or sense organs are connected and then you get a thought, this is all debatable, but it is all hair splitting, not necessary. Both are dependent on each other. If one fails, then it has a potential to drag the other. Not only Shamadama, all of these are dependent upon each other. They can drag each other down or they can even build upon each other. And building upon each other is explained with the sadhana chatushtaye sampatti also, not only Samadhi Satkam. All the others also, all the four are dependent upon each other, and if you build one, the other will also tag along. Unless you completely discard it so much so that you value only one and everything else you are not even working on, you let it create havoc. That won't work. So it is explained that the way, if you want to pull a table, you don't need to pull all the four legs. You don't need to lift them also. You can pull one leg and the other three will follow. But the strength has to be sufficient. It can't be that you just keep on tagging one leg without strength. With a weak effort, the table won't even budge. But if you have enough effort, enough strength is put in one leg itself, the other three will follow. Similarly, the Samadhi Shatkam or the Sadhana Chatushtaye Sampatti also, others will follow if you work on one, main one especially, with a great amount of effort. Then the others come about easily. Shraddha Nama Guru Vedanta Vakyesha Dhridatara Vishwasa Astikyam. So Astikya Buddhi elsewhere, Shraddha is Vishwasa Dhridatara. Not, I give benefit of doubt. Not that kind of a thing. Benefit of doubt is Laukika, you can do that. You interact with someone, you say, okay, unless proven otherwise, that person is not going to cheat me. That is a regular Vishwasa. Dhridatara Vishwasa is firm Vishwasa that Guru and Vedanta Vakyas are for my benefit. What they are teaching, what Shruti is revealing is for my benefit. That is the Dhrida Vishwasa, Dhridatara Vishwasa. It is the firmest trust in Astikyam, trust in the Shastras and Shraddha in the Guru also, that Guru is not teaching something else. We should have Vishwasa that there is, he is teaching only Vedanta. Samadhanam nama Lakshe Brahmani Chittaikagryam. So, focused mind, Chitta, into Lakshe Brahma. Lakshe Brahmani, in the Laksha Brahma. That is the goal. Brahma, that is Samadhanam. Chitta Ekagram. It is also Samadhi, can be talked about as Samadhi. Samadhi also has it's a different pratyaya. That's the difference. Whatever connotation there is, but it is basically concentration of the mind. Uparatir nama sasadhananam aihikamushmika bhoga hetunam laukika vaidika karmanam sarakchandanadi vishayanam visheshatas trinam cha parityago hala halavat. What is Uparati? Uparati is sasadhananam aihika amushmika bhoga hetunam. Those which are the cause for bhoga. What are those? Vishayas basically. Laukika Vaidika karma. So Laukika Vaidika karma which generate the phala in the form of Vishayas associate us to some Vishayas, whether it is Loka. Basically Lokas. Lokyante iti Lokaha. All the Anubhavas. Anubhavas are in the form of various manifestations, people and things, the travel, all of these are included, whether it is Kriya or any of these which can be experienced. So Bhoga Hetunam, which are either Aihika or Amushmika, here or hereafter, otherworldly, along with their sadhana, sasadhananam, Aihika Amushmika, Bhoga Hetunam, Laukika, Vaidika Karmanam, Srakchandanadi Vishayanam. All are these what Vishayas in the form of, finally it will be in the form of experiential, objectifiable in Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha. These are the Vishayas really. What are the objects? All the objects, the entire Prapancha, Anubhava can be categorized into Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha in the grossified form or the subtle form. So Srakchandanadi examples are given. Whether Srak is Mala, Chandana we know, any of this, sandalwood. And Adipadena everything, only need not be good, can be bad also. But we do not have an approach, generally Raga is talked about more because Dvesha anyway we do not feel attracted towards. And if you just avoid it, if you are, a person is wise enough to avoid Dvesha, then he is neutral. Being neutral, it won't harm you much. Only if you come in association, Prarabdha will push a person to come more and more in association where this Dvesha is due. But a person may be able to control. But anyway, it is Upalakshana. Raga includes the coverage of Dvesha also. So Srakchandana, here we are attracted. So wherever there is attraction, that is talked about more. Wherever there is pravritti, it is more discussed in the Shastra. Visheshata strinam cha parityagaha. So now it is from the perspective of the man, therefore women are talked about. Means the opposite gender. In any case, the attraction towards the opposite gender is a lot. Why so specifically it is mentioned? Parityaga hala halavat. And it is mentioned all of these should be avoided. That is uparati. Avoidance of all of these. How? Hala halavat. Like poison. Like the worst of the poisons. Because they are going to trap us in samsara. Now having talked about all Vishayas, why Strinamcha is mentioned? A specific point is made here, since it is mentioned, although it is covered, separated out, because anything which is objectifiable is included in Vishaya. Why the other gender is specifically mentioned? So there, Tippanakara makes a specific point there. He raises an objection. Since this is an important point, the entire pursuit depends on this sadhana chaturtha sampatti, and specifically brahmacharya is talked about all over. That is why we look at this point a little. Nanu vishaya grahanena iva stri rupa vishayasya grihitatvat punaruktir anarthika iti chenna. There is a punarukti because stris are included in vishaya. The other gender is included. I will not specifically mention a woman. For a woman, man, and for a man, woman is included in the Vishayas. Now, why is it talked again? Why is it separated out and mentioned? There is a Punarakti dosha. It should not be repeated. Atita ananta koti janmarjita stri vishaya upabhoga janita vasanayaha tivra taratvat. Now, he says that since there has always been across many janmas, there has always been an experience of the other gender. And we have changed our genders also. Therefore, there is always an attraction towards the other gender. Tivra taratvat, shabda sparsha rupa rasa gandha maithunatmaka shadindriya vishayanam ekatreva stri pinde sambhavat. So he says, because in fact in Viveka Chudamani also examples are given as to the elephant is given. For example, elephant has a very strong sense of touch. That is pradhana. And how do they trap an elephant? Because an elephant has the strongest sense in the touch. They get the female elephant. The elephant to be trapped gets attracted and forgets the surrounding and thereby is trapped, meets its end. Similarly, there is fireflies, they fly towards Rupa, they fly towards the fire, they are attracted towards the bright vision, and that one single sense organ, and that traps it, it meets its death because it runs into fire. And such examples are given with the deer has attracted to sound. So hunter plays some music that will trap the deer so much it wants to listen to it, it will remain still and the hunter will catch it. And so on. So each of this is mentioned. Each of this. For a fish, maybe taste. So each and every sense organ with different species. However, a human being has all the 5 sense organs as equally pradhana. There may be shades of difference, and all of these are included in all of the Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha experiences are simultaneously possible for a human being. So imagine the state of human being, and specifically when associating with the other gender, Shadendriya Vishayanam Ekatra Eva Stripinde Sambhavat. In the other gender, when you associate, all of these are possible simultaneously. Thereby, so Maithuna is added, Maithuna Atmaka Shadendriya. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha 5 and Maithuna Atmaka. So that is the main reason that the other gender is specifically mentioned. And this is the very reason that the brahmacharis, Naishtika brahmacharis, orthodoxy, in earlier era when it was really possible, they would avoid any kind of association with the other gender, including Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, just talking also, or any kind of interaction with the opposite gender was avoided. So anyway, that is Uparati here. Sasadhanam, Aihika, Amushmika, Bhoga Hetunam, Laukika, Vaidika Karmanam. So avoidance of all sorts of karmas which will lead to trapping the person. Hala halavat, the poison kills. Similarly, this person continuing in samsara itself is being killed. Titiksha nama shitoshna shut pipasadi dvandva sahanam. Uparati, finally, the meaning of Uparati will be Nyasa, because if you drop all karmas, it will be Sannyasa. So Uparati is actually Sannyasa in the end. In the Viveka Chudamani also, Bhagavan Vyakhyanakara, he says in the end in the sense towards the end of the work. There are 581 verses. Towards the end, after all the Jnana we talked about, Shravanamana, Nididhyasana being talked about, at the Nididhyasana stage, what happens, he has described, and there he takes each and every Shat Sampatti, Sadhana Chatushta Sampatti also, and takes it to its culmination in meaning also, through Mimamsa. And there Uparati is Nyasa, otherwise it will have overlap, Dhamma and Dhammashama and Uparati will overlap. To avoid that, Uparati is Nyasa, and that Nyasa, which is giving up the karma, in the end it will mean Sannyasa. You add Samyak Nyasa is Sannyasa. Finally, Titiksha. Titiksha nama Shitoshna Kshutpipasadi Dvandva Sahanam. Tvam Titikshasva Bharata, says even Gitacharya to Arjuna. Arjunam Nimitti Kritya. So, taking Arjuna as a Nimitta, he is addressing the entire Prapancha and all the people. Titiksha is Sahanam of Dvandva, opposites. Forbearing opposites such as Shita Ushna and Shut Pipasa. Hunger and thirst, pairs need not be really opposite, but generally opposites. Shita and Ushna, Sukha and Dukkha. Shamadinam, Shannam api sadhananam eka sadhanatvena eva abhipretatvat vivekadini chatvari eva sadhanani nanavayati jneyam. So 4 sadhana chatushtayas, in that you have 6 shamadamadi. They should total to 9, but they are total only to 4 because shannam api shamadinam, all these 6 virtues called as virtues or wealth, sampatti. That sampat is considered as a single unit. Therefore, they are 4, not 9. It is a single sadhana. Mumuksha. What about mumuksha? Mumuksha nama. This is the 4th qualification. Mumuksha nama swaswarupa bhuta brahmavaptihi anartha nivrittischa moksha iti tasmin tivratarecha. Tivratarecha. The highest desire towards moksha. What is that moksha? Moktumicha mumuksha. San pratyanta shabda. Moktumicha. Iccharte san. And that ichha is tivratara. It is the highest. Not that I want moksha also. Finally, initially it is okay. Maybe curiosity initially. Then viveka driven when it becomes. Then it becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. Then to no other end, only moksha. So swaswarupa bhuta brahma avapti. Attainment of Brahma, which is in my, it's my very nature, my own nature. And anartha nivritti. Everything else is anartha. We have seen avidya, kama, karma. All of this is anartha. So I want cessation of those and I want attainment of my own swarupa. Other than this sharira, I do not want mix up. That itself is moksha, and wanting one's own swarupa to remain without mixing up will make the person attain Brahma as though figurative attainment, because it is praptasya prapti, because it already said swaswarupa bhuta Brahma. Brahma is already in the sense of is in the form of one's own swarupa. You cannot miss your swarupa but for the mix up with the sharira. So that is the sadhana chaturshya sampatti. Jnanotpatti sadhanani. What is the sadhana towards jnanotpatti? Vivekadi chatushtayam shravana manana nididhyasanani trini tattvam padartha shodhanam cha iti ashtaus jnana sadhana. There are 8 sadhanas. One is this vivekadi chatushtaya. 4 is also sadhana for jnanotpatti. Shravana manana nididhyasana is also a set of 3, so makes 7. And tattvam padartha shodhanam. Understand this mahavakya. Tattvam padartha shodhanam. What is shodhanam? Shodhanam has, see, if you take the meaning of inquiry, then it will fall within Shravana Manana itself. Why it is separated out? Shodhanam is purifying. So what is purifying? Purifying this tat padartha and tvam padartha, which are just like we are mixed up. I am really not mixed up, but I appear to be the sharira. These qualities of the sharira, dharmas of the sharira appear to be mine. The gunas of the sharira appear to be mine. I consider myself to be tall, thin, pale, fat, dark, whatever, or any of the kosha dharma also. I am hungry, I am an intellectual, any of these. There is a tvam padartha mix up. Tvam padartha really is Satchidananda Tattva, which has mixed up with this kosha padartha. And tat padartha is the Jagat Karana Ishvara. This Jagat Karana Ishvara is also Satchidananda, but mixed up with the Karanatvam. So I have to kind of purify them or separate them out. There is Viveka needed there also, Mimamsa needed there also. That is separated out here. Shravana Manana Nididhyasana may have this, but then this is separated out because this will lead to moksha and thereby jnana sadhana. So these are the 8. Here Shodhanam is mentioned. How do you Shodhana? There is a point somewhere. It is marked as 2. Here. यथा हंसेन क्षीरनीर विवेचनं क्रियते यथा वा दद्धौ नवनीतस्य विवेचनं क्रियते एवं चिज्जडयोः उपलभ्यमान कारण कार्यत्व अधिष्ठान आरोपितत्व दृग्दृश्यत्व साक्षि साक्ष्यत्वादि स्वरूपस्य शास्त्रानुसारे विचारणमेव शोधनम. What is that shodhana? Just शास्त्रानुसारे vichara. Vicharana in keeping with the shastra as taught by the shastra. What is that? Sakshi Sakshya Bheda. Drishya and Drigdrishya Viveka. What is seen is not me. I am the seer. I am the witness. I am not the witnessed. And Chijjadayoho. Just like you separate out Shira Nira Vivechana, milk and water is to be seen as separately. Hamsena. By the Hamsa. Hamsa can do it. They say that the Hamsa can separate milk from water and leave water alone. That is why the sannyasis of the highest order, for whom this is their second nature, they are called as Paramahamsas, comparable to Paramahamsa, but Hamsa can separate only milk from water. They can separate each and every anatma from themselves, separate out and discard them, remain with Atma, which is Brahma. Yathava dadnau navanitasya vivechanam. Just like butter, with great effort, butter is separated from curd. Similarly, chijjadayoho upalabhyamana karana karyatva. So, karya karanatva between chid and jada. Adhisthana aropita. Adhisthana and adhisthana, I am the adhisthana, everything else is aropita. I am the karana, everything else is karya. I am the drik, everything is drishya. I am the sakshi, everything else is sakshya, ityadi. Whatever is taught in this shastra, in keeping with that, you separate out the tat and tvam, separate out what is mixed up with tat and separate out what is mixed up with tvam. That itself is tat and tvam pada, padartha shodhana. Now these are 8. What is sakshat sadhana? What is interior? What is external? What is internal sadhana? What is external among these? Antaranga, Bahiranga sadhanani. Vivekadini, Purvokta sadhanani, Ashtavapi, Antaranga sadhanani. So Ashtavapi, Antaranga sadhanani. All of these 8 mentioned earlier, Vivekadi, Chatushtaya 4, Shravana Nididhyasana 3 and Shodhana of Tat and Tvam Padartha, these 8. All of these are what? Antaranga sadhana. Yajna dana tapa adini. Yajna dana tapa etc. which are Varnashrama dharma. Bahiranga sadhanani. Karmas. These karmas and upasanas are Bahiranga sadhanas. They are external. Anayor mumukshu jignasa utkutye Anayor mumukshu jignasa utkatye antarangam eva sadhanam anutishtet. So, mumukshu and jignasu. When mumuksha and one once becomes a mumukshu and knows that jnanena moksha, then becomes a jignasu. So, mumuksha and jignasa comes about. Anayoho. Anayoho mumuksha and jignasa. When this comes about, utkatye, utpattau satyam. We can take utpattau satyam. When mumukshu and jignasa and mumuksha comes about, then antarangam eva sadhanam anutishte. Then one should drop yajna dana tapa adi. Karma etc. can be dropped then, and these can be held on to. Now this is only possible for a sannyasi, mind you. It is said here, but then who can drop yajna dana tapa? Yajna dana tapa is prescribed for each and every ashrama except for sannyasi. So sannyasi alone can give it up. Otherwise, a person who gives all this up has a fall. Antaranga sadhana alone should be followed. So this is basically vividisha sannyasa. As a vidhi, it is mentioned here. Eva anutishtet. So anutishtet, that vidhi there is to follow. One should take to sannyasa. Now this sannyasa may not be possible in this era easily. So at least that attitude of a sannyasi should be there, but there yajna dana tapa cannot be given up. They should be seen as, now the sadhana has led me to the other 8 as the antaranga sadhanas. I should not hold on to them as the main means to anything. I should drop out my ichha towards the goal of yajna, dana and tapa. This can continue, but I should not hold on to their phala. That is what is meant here. Further, yasya sadhanasya shravanadikam tatkarya bhutam aparoksha jnanam va drishtam phalam tadantarangam ityuchyate. Now, when you analyze this, this is in comparison. You have to go inward from the external. You have to go and find out which is the real sadhana for moksha. For jnanotpatti, which is the real sadhana? All 8 are sadhana. But then earlier, the tapadana ityadi also sadhana for chitta shuddhi. Then through that you have reached the other 8, vivekadi ashta. Now vivekadi ashta are internal antaranga compared to the tapadanadi which are external, yajna dana tapa ityadi. Now once you have come to these, among these 8, which is internal, which is external, so there also you have to do viveka, you have to discriminate as to which is the sakshat sadhana. That is the process here. Yasya sadhanasya shravanadikam tatkarya bhutam aparoksha jnanam va drishtam phalam tad antarangam ityuchyate. What is the real antaranga sadhana for which there is a drishta phala in the form of aparoksha jnana? See, aparoksha jnana is drishta phala. Many people think that, okay, I mean, am I a jnani or not? There are some people who ask, what is this jnana? How do you know that you have jnana? It is aparoksha. It is drishta phala. Aparoksha jnana, if you have, nobody needs to be asked. You wouldn't need to ask anyone. It is drishta phala. You will know by yourself whether or not I have jnana. The doubt that whether or not I have jnana is possibly because there is no jnana. Otherwise, that question won't arise. So the only way it can be answered is when this question drops as to whether I have jnana. A guru may tell, being compassionate, you have enough, that is sufficient. Puja Swami used to do that. His name itself is Dayananda. So always compassionate. Somebody asks something, you are okay. So he would make them comfortable. But it is really drishta phala. Aparoksha jnana is drishta phala. So tatkarya bhutam aparoksha jnanam va drishta phalam. Va, it can also be taken va here. Aparoksha jnana is there. That is antarang, tadantarang. That is tad antarangam ityuchyate. That is the real internal sadhana. So what is that tatkarya bhutam? Yasya sadhanasya shravanadikam tatkarya bhutam aparoksha jnanam va drishta phalam. So aparoksha jnana is drishta phala or shravanadika is a drishta phala. Shravanadika drishta phala, you know that you are doing shravana. That is definitely drishta. We don't have a doubt there that I am doing shravana. Shravana is taking place. What is this? I am doing shravana is not just going and sitting in a patha. What is being taught is entering with doubts going as and when the shravana is taking place. As and when you listen to the shastra, the doubts fade away. That is shravana. Doubts regarding the pramana, doubts regarding the pramaya fade away. So yasya sadhanasya, whichever the sadhana 8, which are mentioned as 8, vivekadi, ending with shodhana, shravanadikam, starting with now in shravanadi also. Shravanadikam tatkarya bhutam aparoksha jnana. So shravanadi is the phala. Among the 8, shravana is included. But among the others, which leads to shravana manana nididhyasana and tatpadartha shodhana, or tatkarya bhutam is shravanadi karya bhutam. Shravanadi karya bhuta is aparoksha jnana. Aparoksha jnana, for it, what is the sakshat sadhana here? Right now, in this analysis, it is going to be analyzed further. Shravanadi is sakshat sadhana. So, yasya sadhanasya shravanadi is tatkarya bhuta aparoksha jnanam va drishtam phalam tad antarangam ityuchyate. So for shravanadi there will be an antaranga sadhana and karya bhuta aparoksha jnana, for that there will be another antaranga sadhana. So we have to do viveka as to which is antaranga to what. Vivekadi chatushtayam shravane mukhya sadhanam. So mukhya sadhana, sakshat sadhana, antaranga sadhana is vivekadi chatushtaya for shravana. Bahir vishayabhimukasya vivekadyayogat shravanadya siddhehe. Why so? Because this is a hetu given. Because it is impossible for shravana to take place, not listening. Shravana meaning is not listening. Shravana meaning is pramana and pramesh samshaya nivrutti. Through the shastra pramana, which is heard through Guru Mukhena. So Bahir Vishaya Abhimukasya, one who is tuned outward, for him Vivekadi Ayogat. Since Vivekadi Yoga is not there, discrimination is not there, therefore Shravana is not going to be possible. Shravana Siddhi is not possible. This is the reason what is said is that Vivekadi Chatushtaya is Shravane Mukhya Sadhanam. I'll just finish this para and then stop, although we have gone a little beyond time. Why so? Here, further, evam Shravana Manan Nididhyasanani api Brahma Sakshatkare Mukhya Sadhanani. Now towards Aparoksha Jnana, Brahma Sakshatkara, which is the Drishta Phala, Moksha, for that, what is the Mukhya Sadhana? Not the Vivekadi Chatushtaya. Vivekadi Chatushtaya are Paramparaya Sadhana. Not directly Sakshat Sadhana, because they are Sadhana for Shravanadi. Shravana is possible only when Vivekadi Chatushtaya is there. One will be able to understand what is being taught. And once that takes place, then Shravana Manan Nididhyasana are also Mukhya Sadhana. Api Brahma Sakshatkare Mukhya Sadhanani. Why? Tadabhave Tadabhavat. So Shravana Manana Nididhyasana, if they are not there, then there will be no Brahma Sakshatkara. Therefore, Shravana Manana Nididhyasana Abhave Brahma Sakshatkara Abhavat. That is Tadabhave Tadabhavat. Tattvamoho Padartha Jnanam Api Akhanda Mahavakyartha Bheda Jnane Karanam. Now this api has been mentioned. Shravana Manana Nididhyasana are also Mukhya Sadhanas. What is the other? Tattvamoho Padartha Jnanam Api Akhanda Mahavakyartha Abheda Jnane Karanam. For this Abheda, which is taught by Mahavakya, Akhanda Mahavakya, which says that this Padartha Jnana takes place, then only you will get Vakya Jnana. Mahavakyartha Jnana is possible when you get Padartha Jnana. Tat and Tvam should be known to understand what is Tattvamasi. So Tat and Tvam Padartha. Tattvamo is Tat Padartha and Tvam Padartha. Padartha Jnanam api Akhanda Mahavakyartha Abheda Jnane Karanam. Abheda is taught between Tat and Tvam. This Tat and Tvam should be understood to understand the Abheda. Therefore, first you have to understand what is Tat Padartha, what is the Lakshyartha, what is the Tvam Padartha, what is the Lakshyartha, not Vachyartha. Therefore, that is also Karana towards Abheda Jnana, which will lead to Moksha. Itham Vivek. So now you have Shravana Manana Nididhyasana as Karana for Abheda Jnana, as well as Tattva Padartha Jnana Shodhana. Itham Vivekadi Chatushtesya Shravanadau Shravanadehe cha Aparoksha Jnane Tattvam Padartha Jnanasya Mahavakyartha Jnane cha Kramena Karana Bhava Pattau Purvoktani Ashtavapi Antaranga Sadhanani Ityuchyante. Why all of these are called as Antaranga Sadhana? Because Kramena, not Sakshat Karana, Vivekadi Chatushtaya will lead to Shravana Manana Nididhyasana, etc. Shravanadi will lead to Aparoksha Jnana, and Tattvam Padartha Jnana will lead to Mahavakyartha Bodha. Therefore, they are Kramena. In sequence, they are Kramena Karana Bhava Pattu. Karana Bhava is through Krama. There is a sequence. Now this will be analyzed further as to which is among these is Antaranga. So Purvoktani Ashtavapi, all these 8 are said to be Antaranga Sadhana, considering a Krama. But if you take the Krama and look at which is the Karana for which, then you will be able to land on which is the real Antaranga Sadhana, which is the Sakshat Sadhana. Atastani Sadhanani Mumukshuna Tivratara Shraddhaya Sampadaniyani. Here why is it said? Mumukshuna. One who is a Mumukshu, for him all of these should be practiced. To become a Mumukshu, Yajna, Dana, Tapa ityadi are Sakshat Sadhana. So they have to be practiced. But once one becomes a mumukshu and a jidnyasu, those can be dropped. If one can drop them, it is advised to drop them and take to sannyasa. If one cannot take to sannyasa, one is asked to hold on to them so that one does not have a fall and continue these 8 sadhanas. Among these 8 sadhanas also, now this mumukshu moving forward, at which stage he reaches, based on that, he can drop the others, not drop the others per se, but not consider them as sakshat sadhana for moksha. They have to be in good measure. He need not focus on them if he has them in good measure. So then now next it will be analyzed as to which is the sakshat sadhana for what, and finally we have to land on the vivek, the mimamsa, as to what is the real karana for jnanotpatti, direct sakshat sadhana. So we'll stop here. Stop with the prayer. सुखम नित्यम स्वप्रकाशम व्यापकं नाम रूपयो अधिष्ठानं बुद्ध्यबोध्यं बुद्धेर्गत्यत्व निर्मलम अपारं सर्ववेदांत वेद्यं प्रत्यक् परम मह तदेवाहं न मत्वन्यत् इति मे निश्चिता मतिः. Any questions? Yeah, I'll see you in the next part. Namaste.